for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times.
Yeah.
Thomas Jackson.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We are going into our final match of the group stage. It's going to be between Log and Gatekeepers, and, well, it's come down to this position again, where things are getting fairly interesting right at the end. I'm going to have to read it off of a little message I've been sent. Actually, let's do maps first, and then we can talk about how things are getting interesting. So, starting off, maps. Train, a map that's been very good for Log, but we have also seen Gatekeepers actually manage to beat Penta on this map. So if they can beat Penta, then surely by logic they can beat Log. And then we've got their best map of Mirage. Finally, we'll finish off on Cobblestone, and I think this could be a very good series. But now, I'm going to go into the reasons why this could be a very interesting series. So, Gatekeepers, if they win 2-0, they go through top of the group. They overtake Log, Log still go through. Log go through no matter what happens in this situation. Now, next, they win 2-1. They go through second in the group. Log stay at the top after doing slightly better. They lose this match, though, and they go out. Team Spirit take that second place spot. So, pretty much what I'm trying to say here is that the decider of this game today is just going to come down to whoever the winner is, pretty much. The winner, Log, they're through. They knock out Gatekeepers. In any fashion, it's 2-1, 2-0, it doesn't matter. If Log win, Gatekeepers are out. If Gatekeepers are win, they're definitely through, but in what fashion decides what position they go through in. So, it's an important game today. It's going to decide the group completely, and pretty much, Gatekeepers need to win to keep themselves in this tournament. So, definitely an important matchup for them. And Spirit, all they can do is watch. If they want to go through, they're basically sat there going, hey, Log, can you please do us a favor? We want to make sure we go through in this situation. So, it's still possible that we'll actually have multiple different teams on 2 wins. 3, in fact. And only 2 of them will go through. So, tough stuff. Either way, as said, we're going to be starting off on Train. Now, I've been very impressed with Log so far in this tournament. I wasn't really sure what to expect from them. I feel like they've shown themselves to be a strong team, so I'm expecting them to take this. I don't think they'll take Mirage. I think that might be a little bit of a push, as Gatekeepers have been incredible on that map, and I do expect them to take it in the end. But we are going into that all-trusty pistol round. CT side start for Log is definitely going to help them out, but they want that pistol. They want to make sure they get their economy rolling, and they've gone flat Kevlar. They haven't bought anything else. No utility, no smokes. No flashes, unlike Robin, who currently has a bit of both. We'll see if he can make any sort of difference. He's currently going to be waiting up to throw the smokes in towards the A site. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be going that way, but if you look at the position over towards Ivy, also over towards A main, it does suggest they're going to try and hit onto this A site already. A lot of damage done, but they're the ones who have lost the first pick. Safe going to double down and actually get 2 back in return, and still actually doing a lot of damage. 3 kills for him. It's all going to be onto Quicker. He's dropped the bomb at least for a second. Got a second as well for himself, leaving it all onto Benji. Bomb dropped. So he's the one in a bit of a predicament here. Needs to basically just hit the instant headshot. And looking like it's just going to be a bit of a sketchy battle. Both players missing their shots. Fake bomb one out, but Quicker will win. 3 kills to finish off the pistol. Wonderful stuff from him to start. And that will be Log to take the first round. As long as you have the stream bonus stream open in the background, so like you could have it paused, you can still get drops. Yeah, you don't need to actively watch it. They're not going to ask you a quiz question at the end and be like, hey, in round 17, what did the Russian caster say? No, it's not going to be that. You can just have it. That would be pretty cool, though. Drops on everything, I'm life. Drops on everything. T side. Didn't get the bomb down in the last round, so they are going to be investing a little bit of money saved onto Safe after the 3 kills he got. At nade's going to do a horrible amount of damage, though. Flowmaster, or Flowmaster even, although I suppose Meister is just the same word, but Swedish, so it's not a problem. He's going to be doing damage. He finds a couple with the Scout Bomb. Will go down for the T's, which isn't bad. Benji. He could be able to get another one. That's $600 added into his account as well, so that's some money made. However, it will be finished off. No, but what I mean is, so you can just watch here and leave it open in the background. So, like, just leave it paused in the background. As long as the web page is open, it's fine. Hey, I shot a cop. It's not 900 drops, it's 900 drops over the tournament, so it's probably dropped about 10 to 15. I don't know what that says, Jumo. Two 2-0. T-side actually going to force off to getting the bomb down. A little bit of extra cash on safe will enable him and Robin to get an AK. And this could actually catch the CTs off guard. However, if they lose this round, it may be a little bit more of a problem. Sick with a nice nade onto the light fitting, and Robin gonna take his head clean off. Bob, you can write all you like. Buster gonna go for a little bit of aggression. They need to try and turn this round back. Flowmaster aggressive towards Ivy as well. Has a good opportunity to catch one out. Bobski just gonna be waiting the angle, and he's not gonna check it properly. Fortunately, that means they actually take a two-man disadvantage now, and Bobski should be able to retrieve himself a rifle as well, which be a nice little benefit to him. Bobski. Able to get himself another as well, and now it's down to just Crizzen and Buster. Aggression from Crizzen should net him a frag at least, but they're already pushing out. They know exactly where he is as well, which is going to leave him in a pretty detrimental position. Safe, hello. Cheeky little one-tap. He's been watching a few Scream VODs along the way. And Buster now left alone. And after all the damage that was done in the previous round, the money not going to be good. Kato plays. Hello. There we go. Robin will finish things off. 4 players surviving as well for the T side. I don't expect the CTs to force back into this one. I think it'd be a bit weird. Although they don't have a whole lot of money on a couple of their players, so I think they're actually going to go for this. It's a bit of a sketchy buy, and the fact is, even if they win this round, there's still going to be some cash over on the T side. And the fact is, going into the next round, that's all the extra bonus money they would have had gone. I would have rather seen them just invest in a few pistols, and then maybe even double eco to make sure they get the orbs, because we know how good Flowmaster actually is with the AWP. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see if he can do the same with the Scout. Tease. Just be playing a bit more patiently. Not going to be helping anything out there, Flowmaster. Giving a little nick over towards Crizzen. Now that could actually pay a bit of a difference, because take a bullet less maybe to kill him. B-side again. Seem to be gathering up for what looks like an A hit. They've got 2 players over towards Ivy. One just waiting patiently. But it's seeming like they're just more of a default. Thank you, Red Light. Maybe he's born with it. CT side. The lower the Titan gets, the more chance they actually have of winning. The rotation from the T's is actually going to go back towards this B site. Holding the angle. Will be the Scout. Chance to do a little bit of extra damage. They've actually got 4 players here now, so maybe it will just work out. Flowmaster gets 1. Deem is sick and quick at chime in with another couple as well. And leaving it so late doesn't seem to work at all for the T side. However, Bobski, he's doing work. He's got himself 3 kills, but Flowmaster is going to finish things off. At least he made things very costly at the end of things, because now, when the T's forced back into this round, they have much more of a chance to actually break the economy back. As I said, T-side, they're going to force into this one. Only one man actually over towards this B site. They do have a quick rotation available from Prison, but got to be pretty careful here. Buster's going to move over as well. Now, you have to look at the buys at the moment. There's actually more rifles over on the T side. That's how stretched the economy was after that triple kill that came in at the end. As said, they've got quick rotations available from Pop Dog, but with a Mag 7, a player likely to be holding the flank as well. After Benji throws his smoke, I actually expect him to wait around at least a little bit. Although, he's going to be held back. That nade's going to be perfect because now there's no real quick push able to come in. The smoke will be beginning to play by the time they actually get out. However, they will get a 2-for-1 trade. Buster doing work with the UMP won't last very long. And now, well, there's this quick flank. It's not quite quick enough. Down to just 1 HP will be Benji. The Gatekeepers are going to be able to hold off that force buy. And it's sort of worrying at the moment for Log because you have to look at this from their perspective at least and say, okay, sure, we've managed to sort of force buy and win an extra couple of rounds, but the problem being they're not actually getting towards those full buys, the AWP buys, the utility buys, where they can have basically all the stopping power available to stop these Ts being able to just rush onto sites at later margins, or even just the weaponry. Benji will open things up. Pretty much nothing invested, and you have to wonder if the CT side are actually going to double eco in this situation, because even with 1900, yeah, most of the players they'll have rifles, but it won't be a good buy. Especially in this situation where they're doing absolutely no damage. Just to say that. We'll actually see a kill for Demasik. He's got an AK as well. But Robin is going to shut him down through the smoke. And Benji will do the same. So, 3-all. Scoreline evened up. Yeah, Crooks, I'm pretty sure that that's all linked to one account, so you having 10 windows open will make no difference. Unless you manage to make 10 accounts and all log them in at the same time. In which case, props to you. And as I said, look, the CT side are actually going to force into this one. Now, I don't like this. I think this is way too overzealous, and they're risking the future of their buys. Demasik does manage to get the first, but getting out of here is going to be very, very difficult. Going to need some support from his teammates. I do smell like fish sticks. Over here, those are called fish fingers. Bobsky through the smoke. He's going to finish off Demasik. Didn't even need to hit the headshot. But he does anyway. Style points. See? Yeah. Owen loves me even though I smell. Flowmaster rotating him with the scout. Problem is, still, they don't have the ranged weaponry, and there's so many angles where the UMP is just not going to be viable, especially in retake situations. Am I a gay fish? I don't know. No. Don't think so, at least. Prison. We'll be able to get one back and actually give the man advantage over towards this CT side. And once again, they're leaving things very late in terms of this push. There's only going to be 15 seconds up and coming on the clock. Flowmaster should be able to get him from behind as well. This could all be down to him. Spots out Benji, gets the first. He's not going to be able to deny the bomb, and will at least bring it back into a 2v2. Buster has said he's already picked up a rifle, but the peek out from Safe, who's been phenomenal so far, is going to get another, but down to the 1v1. Quicker managed to clutch it last time he was in this situation. Actually wins at range with the UMP. That is very surprising. 4-3. Log still managing to make it work, but they're going to be in a situation once again where they're going to end up having the worst buy of the two teams based off the fact that they can't keep multiple players alive. Clearly the UMP has been fixed. Glad they nerfed that range. Aren't you guys? Aren't you glad? Four to 3. Lead retaken. Flowmaster will actually be able to get himself the AWP, which is something I've wanted to see all through this game so far, and you can see why. 2 opening picks. Shuts down any A main aggression. Eastside trying to sneak out onto that upper B position. Quicker is going to be waiting close. Just holding for ramp, but the problem is they're just going to go pushing past, looking for the kill with the UMP, and he's actually going to get shut down. The close range angle not good enough for him anymore. Evened up onto that scoreline. Push coming in from Brolin, who's been great for this team in this tournament so far. The youngster alongside Safe, and now Demasic. Can be the only one left alive, and as said, this sort of buy, I sing everywhere, not just in the shower. We all know that the best weapon in the game is the XM. $2 grand, worth every penny. Past 1 round singing? No. Demasic. Gonna be holding now. Somebody's dropped from the server, so we may just have a moment. A little bit of a break. Not actually calling a pause. What? Really? Oh, the timing of that. He joined at the last second. They must have known that he was coming back in, but... ridiculous. CT side gonna force once again. The war continues, and Quicker will start things off with a quick 5-7 kill. He's been brilliant with the pistols so far. Actually been much better in the pistol rounds than a lot of the rifle rounds, which is a little bit worrying. Again, they're going to look to push over towards this B site. Sneaking out of ramp. Quicker going to be on that upper position, waiting for Robin to peek around the corner. Hits the dink, but doesn't actually get the kill. 3 HP left, and there's nobody else over towards this B site. It's going to have to be a quick rotation. Brolin already going to be finding another as well. Few low players, however. You have to remember, Demasic still has himself an AK. A drop down, but he loses his head very quickly. Bobski executing him there, and while Buster and Flowmaster just going to have to hold on to their weaponry. You have a mustache. Well, I sort of with the beard, yes. Five rounds already, though, for the T side is a very good start for Gatekeepers. Saving the 2 UMPs is really going to make too much difference to their buy going into the next round. In fact, they're not really going to have a buy. Flowmaster, in fact, going to be able to upgrade to an AK, so that's not bad at all. But the T's starting to build up cash, and the big problem I'm having is they're just not saving their money to actually get to a decent scenario to have the sort of AWP, full utility, every player on a rifle. And that's what they're good at. They're not so great at winning these sort of forced buy rounds. Once again, they're going to invest a little bit into nades. Gonna have a lot on Flowmaster here. Going for some aggression. Trying to take the fight to the T's. We'll start things off with a kill onto Robin. Also going to spy Benji, but jumps a bit too far back off the ladder. Sick will go down to this AWP as well, which is just cleaning up players left, right, and center. Brolin going to steal one away from him as now Buster, the last man left alive, trying to come in on the flank. Again, may just even want to save this UMP. He's been playing close a lot of the time over towards that B site. Could opt to try and go into Pop Dog as well, so it's not the worst weapon to have on a map like Train. It's only if the other positions that are lost that it comes a bit more problematic. Now, once again, going into the next round, no chance for an AWP. Which, again, it's just odd. Flowmaster, a very competent AWPer, and to not have him on his weapon of choice is peculiar. Especially considering the rounds aren't going your way. If you're only managing to win one round on the CT side of Train as your sort of maximum in a row, excluding the pistol, then something's not right. So why not save up and actually make sure you have your best buy possible? In fact, I'd quite like to see them maybe just purchase some UMPs or a couple of pistols into the next round and go for your big buy once the loss bonus is actually behind you. You watch 100 hours. I'm not even sure there's been 100 hours worth of matches. Especially considering the stream bonus thing was only added in halfway through. Prism will be able to start things off. The T's, they picked up the pace, but already they've lost the first couple. Flowmaster looking for a little bit more, but it's actually Buster to find one and a second as well. Robin looking to try and trade things back, and he's managed to get a couple for himself, make it a third as well. 1 HP. A flashbang enough to kill him in this situation. Gonna make sure he doesn't stub his toe along the way. Buster gonna be able to close things out though. Still, no clear rounds as of yet for Log. They will be able to save themselves an AWP, but there's a buy coming back against them once again. And the problem is, let's just have a look. I don't think... Yeah, they've had one player alive every single time they've won a round, except for round number 2. Which just is not good enough. This is also where they had a dominant buy. This is where we just saw some Tech 9s brought up. So, the fact that they haven't had even 3 players surviving over on the CT side is pretty poor. And that's why they've been reset so much. Their economy has just gone down the toilet, and every time it's a couple of rounds back for this T side. Once again, AWP will be onto both sides. Flowmaster, the round where he had it, he got the first 2 picks. And he's only had it 1 round out of the, well, 11 we've seen prior. Flashbang going out over towards the B site, but there's still 2 players in this A main position, setting up some smokes. Likely to just create the wall of smokes that allows them to get close to the bomb plant. Nate's going to go out. We'll leave Chrism without any vision over towards the side. He's going to spray down, and he actually gets 2. That's ridiculous through the smoke. Just guesses where his opponents are going to be. Manages a couple. Already the peek out from Quicker coming in from behind. And it finally looks like Log are going to find themselves a cleanish round. They've got to try and deny Benji doing too much damage, and that's exactly what Chrism will do. Massive round from him. 4 kills overall, and that will even up the scoreline. And actually, that's going to do a lot of damage over towards the T's. Now, there will be a temptation to buy. In fact, 2 players can buy themselves. Brolin can drop 1. I think they're definitely going to force into this round. But this is the chance for Log to at least get a 9-6 in this situation. And considering how things have gone, I don't even think they deserve that many. Pretty sure the top drop is like a gut knife, so I highly doubt anybody's going to get a dragging off. Oh, if I had the power of what was dropped, I would just keep giving out Bisons. Just every time. And then there'd be like a rare Bison every once in a while. Robin. Should have an idea that there's a player close, but it's in fact just going to fall back as the rest of the team gather up once again over towards this B site. But they've been pretty lackluster on their rotations. This time, Buster is actually going to look to fall back over towards that B site. And they're going to do a little bit of damage to start. Oh yeah, I don't give out XMs. XMs are too good. Bone Crusher, that's the skin I have. That's a beautiful skin. Probably one of my favorite skins, and it's actually on the XM. Quicker. Gonna be close. He's got support from Flowmaster. Looking for the frags and just hitting headshots all over the shop. Doesn't expect a third player to push in, however, and actually Safe and Benji have an opportunity here. Safe up close, needs to do a little bit more, and he's gonna be caught with a smoke in hand. Now Benji, the only one left alive. 1 versus 3. Spots out the first. Can't quite connect the shots and sprays wildly, and Crizzen will get another double. Been doing well in the last few rounds, getting himself 4 and 2 to at least string them one together. And they've been keeping a few players alive. It's much, much better from the CT side. T's still getting the bomb plant, so there's going to be a temptation to buy here. Just because they're going to want to try and win the half, but I would actually prefer them maybe to just go for some Tech 9s and try and get a good buy in the last. Side. Looking like they're going to speed things up a little bit. They've thrown a lot of smokes in, but may just look to duck back. They're going to aim to go through Pop Dog, but the problem is they don't have a huge amount of smoke, so there's going to be lots of gaps, and Crizzen again is going to start things off. He's got support from Flowmaster. Will actually fall in the meantime. Flowmaster's actually going to miss that shot again. There's going to be a player on 1 HP. There's no chance for Brolin in that situation. 8 to 6. AWP doesn't even really need to be saved. Now the T is going into what will be their last buy. It's actually probably going to be their worst of the last, what? I'd say even like 10 rounds. I think that's the worst buy, so 4 UMPs. Definitely still some potential to do some damage. As said, a 9-6 would be, if anything, a little bit undeserving for Log, the way that they've been winning these rounds and reset so many times. Like, you could argue that the economy not going their way suggests that they could have done a lot better, but I feel like they've made a lot of silly decisions and still going to get away with it, which sort of pains me a bit. However, I suppose if you can get away with it, it does show that you do have some level of talent to be able to pull off rounds that you never should be able to. Demasick starts things off, but this is all just an elaborate ruse to try and hold players over towards A side. What will work out is, again, there's only going to be one player here. However, a lot easier to retake this B site. A hell of a lot easier. And already Crizzen is going to start things off. Now, UMP's at range. Definitely not going to be the best situation here. Now Safe. The one man with an AK. Looking to try and hold on. Got so many players to find. And, well, he'll take the player with low HP, but that's all he'll be able to do. Flashbang. Just going to be thrown out at the end, because why not? And Log will actually rectify their mistakes. Hopefully the exclamation mark caster command still works. I think yesterday it broke a little bit. Does it work? Yeah, it still works. Still works. I think yesterday we had some problems with commands, like the drop thing stopped working. But yeah, that is my Twitter. So if you want to follow, greatly appreciated. Should be doing a giveaway over the next couple of days once I just sell a couple of things, but that will all be sorted out. Just say thank you to you guys, because I have really enjoyed doing all of this stuff. It's going to be a little bit of a break after today, as we will be back on, I think, July the 2nd, which is going to be interesting for me, because I think I land in the UK at 8 AM, and then we start the stream same time at 4 PM, so whew. It's going to be a long day on the 2nd, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm off to Berlin for ROG. Get to cast some amazing UKCS. Well, you can still watch the ROG stream, which will be on the 1st, I think. Where am I from? The UK. Are you serious? Yes. I think. Push going to be coming out. T's looking to try and open things up on A already. Crism will be there again. He has been superb. A resurgence from him from the beginning of the game, and he's still going. Already 4 kills going the way of this T side, and now Robin looks to try and fight things back. He'll get one, but with 7 HP. Glocks across the board. One stray bullet could take him down. Amazing, and the UKCS shouldn't be used in the same... It just was. Jacob, what are you going to do about it? Come at me. Please don't. I'm very lazy, and I don't like confrontation. You watch. Smooya is going to be the next hope. He's like Luke Skywalker. Chris is actually going to go down at the end to the bomb, but not too much of a problem for him. America. Never been to America, but do want to go. Yeah, I'll probably give away the Bloodsport. Just gonna sell the other 2, and then I think it would be like an extra little bit of cash, so I'll probably put on top of it to make sure that it's a nice one. I basically just thought of a skin that I would like. Aggressive push coming out from the CT side. Looking to try and start things off. Buster, smart though. He's just going to hold towards the ladder. He knows they're going to try and split this through different angles, so they make sure that they hold everything off. Leaving just Bobski left alone. Force by not looking like it's going to work out whatsoever. Oh, did I muck up that? A New Hope. I didn't actually mean to make a reference to one of the film names, but that would have been a better joke. I'll be honest. Bobski. Just looking to save his pistol. Might as well in this situation. There may even be a weapon for him at the top of the ladder. I'm not sure what Quicker actually had. It may have just been an SMG. In fact, I think it was just an SMG. I think Buster was the one holding it. (11-6). Bobski will hold on. Robin actually going to go for a Zeus, which you've seen him do quite a bit recently. Attempting not only a little bit of a BM play, but also to drop some finance for his opponents. Of course, you get no reward for a Zeus kill, which I like, actually. I think that's good. I don't think you should be rewarded for a gun that's 1 shot and 200 to purchase. Do I hear a wild Tom? Maybe. I'm not that wild, though. Already? Dink gonna be coming in to Demon's Sick. Of course, this is just pistols in this round. No armor, other than on Bobski, which he saved. Actually going to take down Flowmaster as well, which is going to be an AK-47 into their hands. So Brolin will probably just look to hold that into the next round. Going to be extra finance for them. Have they actually saved any money up for an AWP? No. So just going to be straight rifles going into the next. But that will give them a huge bonus in terms of extra utility. I wonder if Flowmaster will pick up an AWP of his own. Definitely going to be able to afford it, although Buster may want to drop him one just based on the amount he has. Actually, surprised that Quicker doesn't do more there. I don't know what that link is, but whatever it is. Oh, I've seen the word Roblox in it, so I'm definitely not going to be clicking that. Any other social media? I do have Snapchat, but I really don't use it, so not really much point there. I have an Instagram account, which is basically just me making all the jokes I make here, but finding them in real life. There's also a picture of me in a wig, so maybe don't go find that Instagram account. He only had a Mac 10. Okay, fair enough. I just saw him shoot it and assumed he just missed. Even still, though, no armor player. Robin actually going to bring the Mac 10 into this round, which I think is an interesting decision when you're up against players that all have head armor. Flowmaster already going to be finding another one. And they're just shutting this fight down. CT side getting absolutely wrecked. They're getting picked apart one by one. The timing not working out in their favor. Flowmaster will be able to finish things off as well. I've heard of counter blocks. I will never play it, ever. Because it sounds horrible. (13-6). CT side going to be investing once again. AWP for Brolin. Interesting decision. He's not normally the one to pick it up. But you will cast it. No, that's not what I meant. We'll be playing back over towards Stopper. Quite an open situation to play in as well. Quite risky. Doesn't have head armor, but that shouldn't be a problem unless he gets shot through a wall. Yeah, I play Minecraft every day. I have actually a 360 no-scope montage with a bow and arrow onto chickens. Could you imagine? I bet that exists as well. I actually wrote the song Eye of the Spider, the classic. The Minecraft version, of course. He's going to be looking to push aggressively onto this B side. Crossfire in from the CT side, but it achieves absolutely nothing. Nice hold as well from Flowmaster. Will be able to take down two as only Robin stands. Just going to look to try and hold on to this AWP into the next round. The CT side will have max loss bonus, so the one thing they won't be able to afford is going to be that AWP. And in fact, rifles is even going to be a bit of a stretch. We'll be able to take one more down. Of course, the T side not going to have too much of a problem in terms of money. So they're going to look to try and take this down. Get rid of this AWP. And that's exactly what Demasic will do. In fact, even retrieves it to make sure Flowmaster's prepared for the next. Hey, Annihilator, how are you? Got a $1 drop. Ooh. Mum, get the camera. There is a no-scope montage. Oh, for God's sake. No, don't link it. No one wants to see that. CT side. Actually not going to fully invest into this one. They've decided they want to keep their money and have a decent buy playing for OT, but still have a bit of a chance to do some damage. So, I can respect that. I don't think it's a bad idea. Buster is a beast. He's pretty good. He's not having the best game today, but I think it's been Crizzen. Crizzen's been the big one, alongside the AWP as well. Ranking MM is Supreme. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's actually 10 rounds in a row. Try and make it 11. AC JW. He gets it. Benji. He had to take down one at least. Still doing work with the pistols. They do have a chance to win these sort of rounds. A lot of the time they play a little bit more dynamic, and that can just make things a lot more difficult. And already they're going to get themselves a second. Flowmaster with the AWP, though. Could be the man to change the tide. Spots out Benji. Picks up one. Got support as well from Quicker, who just taps the head off of two. And leaves a detrimental position now for the Swedes. Brolin has been a stand-in for their last few games in this tournament. Alongside Safe. Started very strongly over on that T side, but it does seem like things have fallen a little bit flat since then. Push going to be coming out. Of course, we know they're buying in the next round anyway. Safe will be able to get one. Brolin actually with another as well. It's all onto Crizzen. He gets dinked up, and he's going to lose his life. Bomb going to be defused, and Gatekeepers managed to steal one away. A 3v2 retake that never should have been. And that's going to be a huge bonus to their economy as well, as they'll save an AWP. CT side actually going to invest into a double AWP setup. Things haven't been working so far, so it's understandable. Of course, Flowmaster will be the counter to this. So, as we saw on the other side, only one man going to be over towards this B site. Now, I quite like the way they're doing this, because Brolin obviously being a stand-in, if he plays the individual role, they can still sort of retake as the core. Already Safe going to be starting things off. AWP kill over towards that IV position. They haven't been able to do too much from there so far, at least. Safe still doing work with the AWP. But can he get the next? No, he can't. It's going to be traded back to a 2 versus 2. Brolin and Benji to try and hold on in this situation. They've got a little bit of extra money, but not anything to really buy back into. And that Molotov is going to make things very difficult in terms of actual rotations, but they smoke it off. He'll be able to get past, goes for the shot through the smoke, but can't quite find it, and that's a problem. Quicker will be able to survive. He's now into the 1 versus 1 as trades go across. He's the only one left, but Benji will hold on. Another very close round. Another round where the CT side could have been reset. But instead, we're going to see a 14-8 scenario. T side not going to have any problems buying, though. You're asking if VACT accounts can receive drops. Can they even play the game? What would be the point? I suppose if you just want to sell them. Thanks, David. CT side. Still, as said, they've got a buy going, but the problem is every single time it seems to get weaker and weaker and weaker. All the money that they saved up is just being expended into rebuys, and the one reset round, the one round that Log win, could be the one that actually ends the game. They themselves still have enough money to continue to buy into the next round, with 2,400 added, and a bomb plant would be enough to pretty much give them the flawless buy. T-side playing much more patiently in these last few rounds, and look at the utility already for the CT side. 3 flashbangs, 1 HE. Not really anything to slow down, or for retakes. Got to use their fragging power, their raw aim. Maybe a little bit of team play as well. Nade's going to be thrown out towards this B side, but it's just a little bit of a bait, and it's actually worked. It's pulled over a couple of players. Safe is going to get one, but he's going to go down in the meantime, and same with the trades. It's once again Prison who gets himself 2. Flowmaster actually going to be spotted. Has to be careful here. Both players getting tagged. They've got to be wary of Buster coming in from behind, however, but he makes too much noise. They're going to know exactly where he is. Only 10 seconds on the clock as well, so it has to be the cross coming in. All onto Benji once again. Fake plant comes out, but it's not enough. The round has been won. Benji clutches another. He will just about survive. No plant. So no extra money, but the weapon will be saved, and these are getting closer every single time. $14-9 now. As said, T's not going to have any problems buying back in, but the CT side buy is getting worse and worse and worse. Peek out. This time Flowmaster is able to capitalize, but he's going to get caught in the flames and just sits in it. This is where he stays as he burns down. Now the man advantage actually sticks with this CT side. It doubles as well as Brolin manages to find another onto Quicker. Safe, just waiting patiently for the push from Dima. Sick, and actually loses that battle, so there's a way back in. T-side have been playing with an advantage the last few rounds. This time they've got a disadvantage. We'll see if that can make the difference. 2 bottom players at the moment for the T's are all that remain. While Benji, who has been the star to sort of clutch things out in the last few, is still standing. He's both going to be making their way out of A main, but Buster is going to be making his presence known. Rotation actually going to go out from Demasik. May just look to go back down Pop as it gives him a much closer position to the bomb. Peek out, Buster will fall. Now Demasik the only one left alive, and already we still have Brolin waiting. The likelihood is, in this situation, Demasik would go down ramp. So just being in this upper spot is enough to actually deny any sort of bomb plant. And this is just problematic for Demasik. There's absolutely nothing he can do in this situation. He's not going to know there's a player above. He can clear all the angles he wants, unless... This would be incredible. If he actually read this, that is just genius. I don't know how he would have suspected that. Most players in that situation would have just gone for the plant. Instead, he's pulled it back into a 1 versus 2. They're sick in his name for a reason at the moment. That seems to be what it is. 2 versus 1. Both players pushing him from different angles. He actually gets the first as well. This is scary. Bobski, 1 versus 1. It's always come down to these situations in the last few rounds. Dima just going to be holding back. Looking for this kill, waiting for the push to come in from Bobski. He's got so many angles to clear, and it's going to be Demasik. 1 versus 3 clutch. Absolute magnificence. Just incredible. And that's going to be the reset. We were waiting a long, long time for this to happen. And now the CT side are going to get reset in the meantime as well. Nade stack going to be thrown into over A main, hoping they can do a little bit of extra damage. But already Bobski going to be lost. Robin is going to be able to trade one back. He drops the bomb as well. Already aggression over towards that B site. Robin trying his best to stay alive in this situation. Of course, this could be the last round if they don't manage to hold on. Now, this map win should be enough to guarantee Log the top spot in the group. And then it will come down to whether or not Gatekeepers can actually survive. 2 players left to try and turn that pack around, make it just 1. Safe for the Deagle. He has been good so far, but this is a little bit too much to ask for. 16-9. Map will be taken, of course, by Log. And as we go into Mirage, a map which they are good at, I still expect to see Gatekeepers take their map pick and push this onto Cobble. A series I expect to go the difference, or the distance even. But we'll be going to a short break. Of course, if you have enjoyed the cast, don't forget you can always check me out on Twitter by typing !caster in the chat. And of course, if you're just here for drops, don't worry, I'm sure there'll be a few more of those as well. Back after the break.